Good morning, Oscar. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Arrow. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. I have experienced the movie. Oh, my God. What a chapter in American sports history that needs to be talked about.
It's a good story. It's a good story, huh? Crazy.
It is. And you know what? There's an underlying story in here that I bet is still happening, and it needs to come out in the open. And because there is so much talent that is not being, shown the way, and that needs to stop.
I agree. I'm not going to argue with you. What if I'm like, no, I disagree?
I mean, the realism of the story is the struggle with being judged. And I love the way that the emotion is there. It was like somebody sat down with you guys and said, we need facial reactions because they're going to buy that.
Yes, that's right. And yeah. Totally.
In 1956, for the listeners, J.B. Peña moved to Del Rio, Texas, and he wanted to be a part of that country club, and it didn't happen. But man, this is one of those where you go push through the mountain, because what's a negative today can be a very positive, and this movie proves that. Push yourself through the mountain.
Not only that, there's people for every person that's going to stand in your way and be obtuse and have no reasons other than racism or whatever to stop you. There's another person who's there willing to help you. So find the people who are willing to help you and stop dealing with the people who are in your way. Find a way around them.
That golf course that those guys built brought up so many memories of my childhood, because we used to do that up at Optimus Park in Billings, Montana. Did that turn into a golf course sometime in history, or was it that raw the entire time?
I have no idea.
Wow. Because you talk about, to me, that right there would be the ultimate golf course to play on.
Where the kids were puttering around in that desert?
Oh, yeah. The challenges and everything?
Something. I mean, do some research. Maybe the land is available and you could convert it into a golf course. I never thought of that.
Did you ever dream any time in your life that you would grow up to play a principal?
I've played so many academics. I play a lot of as principals, teacher, principal, dean. I've played 4 priests in my and still counting. I hope to make it a dozen. But I play a lot of priests, a lot of academics, stuff like that.
Did anyone know how to play the game of golf when the movie was being filmed?
Me?
Any of them? The 5 guys, everybody.
Oh, I think those kids. Yeah, they're young men. They can pick something up quickly at that age, right?
Yeah.
You're coordinated. You're strong. Yeah, I don't know if they were playing golf or not. They did swim. I'm sure they practiced like hell to get into it.
Oscar, can you imagine if this would have been, let's say, a 6 to 10 part binge watch where we could really dive into each character and have a longer storyline?
Yeah, it could have been a mini series or something like that. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah. I love the way that when you were in the auditorium for the assembly, how you were chasing everybody down. I just thought that was the funniest thing, because the way that you were reaching for the people that were running away was just so natural. Was it a tough rescue?
No, I love the physical comedy, and I was happy to be there to be able to do that. Yeah, it's a funny scene.
One of the things that listeners need to understand about the long game is the music is so perfect with the times.
Oh yeah, I guess I've seen. I'm going to watch. It comes out April 12th. I've been told. I'm going to the premiere. I've watched it once already. And you're right, it's seamless. It's quite beautiful. I forgot about that part.
And when you experienced it on the screen for the first time before the premiere, did you feel at any time that it's like, God, I would love for ABC or CBS or somebody to go to these high schools so that we can watch these golfers grow from that level all the way up to the pro ranks? Because it really made me more interested in golf watching it at that level.
You mean like some kind of documentary about kids playing golf?
Or every week, when they go to another school and they take on another school. I mean, we're fresh out of March Madness right now. I would love to see something like that with golf, even at the college level.
Again, after you go to the golf course and take that property and make it a thing, go to ABC and take a meeting with them, Arrow. You've got a lot of good ideas.
What did you learn from doing this movie? Because I mean, as an actor, I mean, you had to feel that emotion before we get it on that screen.
Oh, I just thought it was an amazing story.
Yeah.
And I was surprised. And then I was surprised at being surprised. I'm like, of course this happened. And of course someone had to be the guy to get these kids together. You know, if you didn't know it was a real story, you thought it was made up because it's so lyrical and so righteous in the way that it happened. So I just wanted to be a part of it and bring it to the screen.
And you know what, Oscar, it's also unpredictable because there was no way that my imagination, played out how this movie, went.
No, the ending is, I mean, to go to the state championship. I mean, I don't want to give too much away.
Right.
The kids, they go to the championship in their first year of organizing a sports team in high school. That's amazing.
Wow. What was it like to play with Dennis Quaid and Cheech Marin?
It was great. I don't think I had scenes with them in particular, but it was very good to meet them. I had a lot of scenes with Jay, and it was lovely. It was a lovely experience.
The first time that I had a conversation with Dennis Quaid, during the entire conversation, he was doing the dishes, and I just thought, oh my God, Dennis is always going to be Dennis.
He was doing the dishes?
Yes, he was. It was a Zoom, and he was doing the dishes. It was like,
he was a Zoom. I thought you were in his house in the kitchen speaking. That would have been awesome.
But that's what I love about the realism of today is that it's like just drop the guard, just be yourself. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's what do they call it? Multitasking.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on The Long Game in theaters, and you've got to be able to see this and experience the beauty of this movie and the emotion of this movie in theaters.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it.
You be brilliant today, okay?
I'll give it a shot.